Hi friends, once again I like to extend to you a really a warm welcome to my YouTube channel. We can make a difference. You can make a difference. All of us can together make a difference in the lives of people, in the lives of our friends or relatives or anyone we meet, maybe in our workplace, maybe in our journey. We can make a difference in our lives. Today I'm going to share another story, a story taken from the gospel with you, story about Jesus. One day, many people, hundreds and thousands of people from all over the place came to listen to Jesus. They were so taken up with his teaching. They listened to him the whole day. And of course, it was evening and they were hungry. They had long way to go back. And so the disciples came to Jesus and said, Lord, please dismiss these people. There are too many and we don't want to get in any trouble. Please dismiss them. Please send them home. They are hungry and they should find some food for themselves. But Jesus, looking at the apostles, told them, no. You have to give them something yourself. You have to find some food for them. Now, that of course sounded very strange because there was such a huge crowd of people. Simple common sense, right? Where are we going to get the food? Even if you have money, where are you going to get the food for so many people? More than 5,000 people. That's not easy. Can you imagine having a party for 5,000 people? How much of planning will go into that kind of a celebration? And so the apostles were quite right when they came to Jesus and told them, come on, dismiss them before it is too late. But Jesus said, you give them something to eat yourself. Now, Jesus knew very well what he would be doing, what he was planning to do. Jesus was seizing this opportunity to work a huge miracle. And the miracle was that he was going to multiply few loaves of bread and few fish that they had. He took the bread, took the fish, and looking up to his Father, he blessed them. And then he told the apostles to have the crowd sit down for a meal. Can you imagine what is happening, what is going on? So the disciples, I'm sure, told them to sit down on the ground. There was a meadow, a grassy area. They sat, and then Jesus told them, come on, start feeding them. And they began feeding them until everyone had their fill. And so, my dear friends, I just want to draw a few conclusions from this. Look at the compassion of Jesus. Jesus did not run away from the problem. The problem was huge, but he faced the problem. He wanted to feed them. But what about us? Whenever we see certain problems, some difficulties, what is our attitude? Our attitude is to run away from the problem and not get involved. Problem is too big, too hard, therefore, please do not get involved. But that is not the style of Jesus. Jesus gets involved. Jesus seizes his opportunity to reach out to people and help them. That should be the attitude of all of us. You know, we need to do whatever it takes, whatever we can, to reach out to people, help them. And if all of us have such attitude, we can make a huge difference in our life, in the society. And so, my dear friends, as usual, I like to present to you this poem that I wrote, and I would like you to read or look at the lyrics of this poem. Please read carefully these lines, these words of my poem, and see what strikes you. Think of the lines, think of how these words talk to you and impress you. Pick up those words, ponder over them, meditate over them, and see how you can take these words, translate them into your life, and how you and I, all of us, can make a difference in the lives of people. Thank you and God bless.
Give them something to eat yourselves. His hour had come for the supreme sacrifice. Nothing less than the cross he knew would suffice. To prove his love to the world, engulfed in sin, our redemption he wanted all of us to win. The night before he suffered, he had a feast. Washing his friends' feet, he told them to be the least among men, as they are called to serve, not to be served, giving them a new commandment to be observed. Jesus, who knew the end, this was his last supper. He wanted a meal before he would suffer. He plainly told them, one of you would betray. It's I, Lord. To know the truth, each one would pray. There is no greater love than laying down one's life. That's what he would do for our eternal life. He didn't want this great love easily forgotten. The world would know he was God's only Son begotten. Eucharist is the eternal remembrance of Jesus' love that brings us deliverance from evil and our spiritual damnation. His body and blood is food for salvation. Holy Mass is the union of believers. We worship our God as sisters and brothers. It's a celebration of our communion. Jesus is the reason for love and union.